Guys, I think my brain is still trying to process what just happened. Like, we were so distracted with Unova and Johto that we completely forgot about Kalos. Like, I legit remember making videos based on AZ and Eternal Floette. I'll play that back right now. It gives me AZ and Eternal Floette vibes, like a lot. And do you guys also remember that man in the Teal Mask story which was with Ogerpon? Well, the more I look at it, the more it just looks like AZ or someone related to AZ. And I think I even mentioned in that video or another video that we might receive a new game in 2024 based on Kalos. This probably might not be the case, but you never know. Gamefreak might be cooking something in the back, ready for a new game in 2024. And even before that, I was making videos saying how much I want Mega Evolutions back. And it was the best gimmick of all time and how everything else sucked. Like, we've legit just received something that I thought was going to be scrapped forever. I did not expect Mega Evolutions to come back like that as well in a Legends game. Wow. And the craziest part is it was in our faces this entire time. You see, we've received Legendaries in Scarlet and Violet from Generation 1, Generation 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and of course 9, which is Scarlet and Violet. But the one generation that was missing was Generation 6. Those Legendaries we didn't receive. We didn't receive Yveltal and Xerneas and not even the Tarpus. And here's actually another good theory that I want to share. The reason the Tarpus are not in Scarlet and Violet is because they might want to introduce a 5th Tarpu in Legends Z8. Now here is where it gets quite interesting. Do you guys remember that weird totem that was introduced in X and Y? Ornament depicting a Pokemon that is venerated as a protector in some region far from Kalos. Well, maybe that totem has a connection to a 5th Tarpu because it depicts a Pokemon. That's what it says. And we haven't received any Pokemon that relates to the totem. And if we compare that to Legends Arceus, where we received Enamorus, that was the 4th edition to the Creation Trio. So maybe that totem is a 5th Tarpu on top of the 4 Tarpus that we've already got. Interesting. But I want to divert your attention and mine back to AZ and Floette. You see, if we watch the trailer back, there's a bunch of Floette just floating away. Now, they could have of course used any Pokemon, but they specifically placed a bunch of Floette and left that in for a decent amount of seconds. Why? Because it probably meant something important. And one thing in the trailer that was really interesting to me was the placement of the last letter in the title. You see, they could have easily just left the game with Legend Z, but they added the A with the Z. And some people are speculating that the A matches Ogerpon and her legs. That might be a stretch, but I could also see that happening, especially after comparing AZ to the man with Ogerpon. One thing about the game that is really confusing to me right now is Lumiose City. Either we have the ability to travel outside of Lumiose City and enter like a future city, for example, or the entire game is just going to be in Lumiose City, which I doubt. But it also kind of does make me a bit more nervous because I don't want that to happen. Because now I'm also thinking about different play styles which they could have gone with. Because it is a Legends game, but it doesn't mean that they're going to keep the same style which happened in Legends Arceus in Legends ZA as well. In fact, it's probably going to be completely different. So I am nervous, but overall I'm very excited because we're finally going to get Mega Evolutions back, which I genuinely thought was going to get completely scrapped forever. I said at the beginning of the video, I did not expect this at all. And I'm so happy that we got it because that's everything that I wanted. Because if you guys have been watching my content for a year or two now, you would understand and know how much I love Mega Evolutions, and I'm pretty sure you guys do too. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we might see a Mega Evolution of Flygon finally, and even Milotic. Oh my gosh, imagine the starters. Imagine Typhlosion, Feraligatr, Meganium, Emboar, Superior, Samurott. Imagine those as Mega Evolutions. So for now, we're just going to hope for the best and hopefully everything works out. But are you guys also excited for Pokemon AZ? Because I am. So I hope you are too. And I know it's not what we were expecting, but I can't complain. It's what I wanted.